All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. The Batty Overwatch League Season 5 Semi-Final. We've got 3 Dans, 1 Cup, the 3rd seed, going up against Mad Cow Disease, making their playoff debut as the 2 seed. I am AJS0, and I am joined here with the runner-up to the runner-up for casting pair of the season. It's me and Albino Joe. Joey, are you ready for this?
Yeah, this is going to be a really exciting game, I feel like. One person may or may not be blasted on one of these teams, I think.
It may not just be one person either, knowing some of these players involved.
Oh, dear.
But we are in, and we are starting things off for the 2nd week in a row here on 2CP, going over to Volskaya Industries, our 9th unique map of the playoffs, showing that this format was a win. But looking at these two teams, so real quick, while we get a chance to break down regular seasons, 3 Dans, 1 Cup coming in 14.5 points. Mad Cow Disease coming in at 21. You would think makes Mad Cow major favorites. And I mean, I guess most people probably do think they're favorites by a huge margin here, but I actually think this match is going to be much closer than people are giving it credit for.
Yeah, I can kind of agree with that. Looking at standings alone, obviously Mad Cow Disease is just the powerhouse, but 3 Dans has really been gaining their stride lately. There's a couple flukes when Heron wasn't there. I think Dirty Dan was also not in one of those matches. I don't know.
Yeah, this team, they looked like a lot of things had clicked at the end of the season. They finished the season strong. And most importantly, they finished last week very strong, playing against All Dab, No Blab. To me, the biggest factor, Heron 911, effectively playing more than just the fire last week. And that was really a huge X factor in their 3-1 win over ADMB. And he's opening things up on this Sombra again. So let's see if he could be even half as effective as he was last week, because he was big. But on the other side, goats.
Yeah, traditional goats. You bled on that Lucio, and if they don't get to point, they're going to die. Oh, Heron in the back line kind of looking at him and stalking the tanks, but he's not going to be able to pick off anyone really too successfully here as he gets away.
Yeah, now Dano getting the first long-range pick. And Dano, speaking of monsters, tied for best support of the season. He was a fucking monster last week on this Zenyatta. Best Zenyatta play we've seen all season long coming out of him. Let's be old, Dirty Dan gets hooked. That is the one alter...
Yeah. You can't have Dirty Dan
coming in around the point here. It looks like both these teams are retreating, and Crystallized now first time. He charges right in. That was very aggressive. Crystallized and Heron gonna be traded here. His Huckle Toon, he got a barrier on him. He's brigading away. Look at those sick mechanics. And Josh Dangle gonna be the last to fall. This looks like it took a second to get out of the point, but it was an easy capture once they got there. Mad Cow rolling strong.
Yeah, they didn't really, 3 Dans didn't really have a lot to deal with the Goats comp. Yeah, they had a Sombra, but that's not enough really damage to do that team dirty, and they got capped for it. But those hacks on the Reinhardt mid-charge, though, ooh, I like that. Good job, Heron.
Yeah, it's looking like Heron's agreeing with you, because he's swapping over to that Pharah here. They got 7 minutes to try to hold point to a Volskaya, and we're about to have a big ult fight. But fortunately for 3 Dans, 1 Cup, they have a lot of ult charge themselves. They've already picked out Crystallized. Heron pretty uncontested up here in the air, and as you would expect against the Goat. Here we go. The Graviton going to be equalized by Daniel's Transcendence. Heron dies in the front, but it should be fine. A big man advantage and a huge health advantage for his team, as they're going to see if they can chase down these remaining members of Mad Cow. Yeah, chasing that Lucio speed. I think they're going to just force him out of their base here.
Danko is just so charged. They could have committed a little bit harder to that, as 2 members are still coming back from Mad Cow Disease. But they decided to turn tail and run back. That grab, glad it was done, because, they weren't going to use it, but that was really important to get Dano's trance out. Now they don't have a defensive ult from their Zenyatta. 3 Dans is going to be look a little bit more shifty in this next push, I feel.
Yeah, Crystallized will have the opportunity for a big hammer down if he can find it. As TV wins the sniper duel. TV, if he did not catch it, swapped over to the Widowmaker. And here we go, Huckle Toon rallying the clan. They are charging in straight into Josh Dangle's Graviton. A dragon coming through from 30M, but they only get 1. They were a little too late on that combo. But now a bad hammer into his shield. Reinhardt's of the league, stop this.
Man. Yeah, 3 ults used out of the team there on each side? Yeah.
Yeah, the ult economy almost wiped clean here. It's just, did Destructive Dude just pop whole hog?
Somewhere he did. I think
I
he was at base.
I figured it after the fight.
Well, he's switching anyway.
Swapping. Okay, that That makes more sense then. So it's going to be just Zedekis here with an ult currently. The Valkyrie available, which by the way, buffed yesterday. Valkyrie now has 60 HPS instead of 50, and it does charge a little faster. And that could be one of the big stories of the night, is our top 2 seeds have run Mercy almost exclusively this season. But so far, Zedekis, I think, pocketing a little stronger than his opponents.
Man.
He's going to toss that res out right here.
Yeah, good pick onto Harem. That is erased by Zedekis, but that's a downed res. They need to push now if Mad Cow Disease wants to take this point. Destructive is on point. Crystal is right there behind him, but they need their DPS there as well. There's really not a lot of people going down as this fight is very staggered. I take that back. Cuban Pete and Zedekis both falling, and Evelite just popping rockets into people's faces. Dano dies. Dirty Dan dies. Josh Danko dies. Evilite finally falls, but he's res? No, sorry, TV Junkie. Kazuki Beans is rezzing TV Junkie, and that's the point. Perhaps Destructive looking at the Cuban Pete coming in, but they're able to stun him coming in. The Transcendence coming out of Dano. But the charge getting out of people. I don't know what's happening. This might be able to be saved. It's going to be saved, isn't it?
Man, Josh Danko swapped over to the Wrecking Ball. We've got the stalls coming out. Dano had a huge Transcendence there that bought time as his team came out. They dropped ults on the point. A nice Dragon Kill with a spawn. And now Kazuki B is going down. No, you couldn't afford that suicide there. Your team needs you. Oh, this is such a close fight. Avalite is trying to pop up. He's got Umbra up in the air. Huckletune doing his damnedest down on this point, but maybe it won't matter because it looks like it's just a Brigitte and a 5 that are very outmanned right now. And 3 Dance 1 Cup, they're going to mop up that support, and they somehow hold this point at 83.2%.
Amazing hold there, and good plays out of Evilite that just opened up that push. Yeah, rookie, whatever you want to call him, he's always best player, bargain player. This dude is underrated to hell. Like, he's doing work as that Pharah.
Yeah, he very much excels in that second DPS role. TV creates a lot of space for him, and Avalite, he takes advantage, and he just has those pop-off fights where, I mean, it looks like he single-handedly wins them. But now, we're getting into this next fight. Heron swap back over to the Samba. Dirty Dan does get picked out early, though. Avalite still getting that DPS out. This is probably going to be a committed fight. Now, Avalite going right in. He gets before taking a nap. But Destructive does get taken down on the entry. Josh Danko laying down a nice minefield. Going to make this push pretty difficult for Mad Cow. As Crystallize being pushed into this corner. Him and Huckletune playing this fight kind of slow. But now Evilite is down. Huckletune trying to get some stuns off, but he missed Josh Danko there, I think. Mad Cow going to walk back out, but Josh Danko not going to wait. Well, just going to aggressively poke.
As Hammond. Poke as Hammond. Just get in there, be a little hamster, fall down, take half damage, and run away. Jeez.
Yeah, Wrecking Ball, can be tough to get a feel for. You never know if he's committing or not, really. But Mad Cow is going to be committing as they come in here with TV's side. Josh Danko saying, I want to force this Widowmaker out. He's getting up into TV's face, but his damage not really sticking at all.
Minute and 45 left here.
Times the charm. He is up on TV. This time he does nearly get TV. But still, no picks. Coming in. Few ults available. There we go. Avalite does go down here. Nice pick out of Heron. That can slow things down as he takes Kazuki as well. Yeah, Heron and Josh Danko, while the rest of their team is playing all the way back. They're even going to pick out Destructive, dude. And yeah, TV's going to have to reset off the side here. We're a minute 20 left. Mad Cow wants to fight twice still.
Man, Heron literally just lined him up and knocked him down. First the picking Evilite, then Kazuki, and then Destructive was turning and trying to swing at his face and just got popped by Heron as well. His Sombra is so underrated, and I'm really glad it's kind of, it's pretty much a secret weapon. Like, he didn't really start playing that until like 2 weeks ago, really, right?
Yeah, this was not a good pick when he tried it in the regular season.
Man, but it's working. It's doing wonders right now. It's working until they go back to Goats, but I don't know if Goats is going to work. Danko, though, trying to get into the face of TV Junkie. Very bold as a tank against a Reaper. Not necessarily going to do a lot here, but a grab talk coming out of the attacking team here. Destructive trying to get into the grill, but he's not even doing much as he is purpled and knocked down. And just absolute destruction coming from 3 Dance 1 Cup, and there's not a lot that they can do about it. Mad Cow Disease is looking good, and they're able to bear it. Evilite is hacked and falls into the landmine here. Danko making so much space for the team, but there's still fight left in Mad Cow Disease, still pushing. Destructive and Huckletune alone on the point with TV in the back line. trying to get to the front line, trying to look for Heron, trying to look for Zedekis. Zedekis is out of position, but he's not punished at all. Heron's stunned, but that translocator keeps him alive for just a little bit longer. Danko electrified and shooting into destructive, not really getting far with it, and overtime is among us as the fight continues, and there's clear spawn advantage from 3dance. They're not gonna get anyone with this. Evilite gets everyone with this. Oh my god!
Oh man!
Danko and Zedekis are the only two left. Danko falls. Zedekis still alive, contesting with the pistol, but he dies. The last one to come back is what? Moira?
Oh,
you can't get it.
Like such a massive spawn advantage for the 3dance, but suddenly 3 members of Mad Cow Disease all come back at the exact same time, and Evelyn jumps straight onto that point and immediately blows his ultimate to take out all of 3dance 1 cup, flips that point single-handedly, and it took him 7 minutes to get there, but Mad Cow Disease do get both points.
75-cent player. Ladies and gentlemen, Evilite.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal round out of him. And, I mean, he is probably on pace to have a phenomenal night. The only real hit scan or anything we see to maybe poke at Farah is when Dirty Dan runs as McCree, which they were kind of getting away from last week. They've been really liking him on this Hanzo. That's going to leave Farah fairly uncontested up in the air.
Yeah, I mean, really, the only hope that they have to deal with it is just kind of hope that Danko gets good graviton, Dirty Dan kills 4 people with an ultimate, and then from there, there's somehow 2v6, 2v5, depending on how the fight goes down. So, Assault, that can work. Just wait out ults, use them, win the fight. That's kind of the plan they have to have, especially since they were able to defend with overtime as the time limit left.
Well, yeah, very nearly a disaster for Mad Cow Disease too, because they came into that with 1:20 left. I was saying they were going to go for 2 fights, but they were so slow on that entry that it turned into the final fight. And it would have been a disaster if they had lost that fight like it looked like they were going to, but Evilite comes in, right man at the right time, they get them both, and now they can just play for a defensive hold here. Yeah, so they're going to swap things up a lot here on the defense. Meanwhile, 3Dan's on the offense, more of the same.
Yeah, personally, I don't know anything about Overwatch, but that defensive team is very strange. There's not a lot of things that gel together. It's a little bit of everything. But hey, the fight is breaking out. Keep charging in, not finding anyone. Destructive trying to zap as many people as possible, and he's not being punished for it. Danko is kind of getting in his grill, though, but hey, he has to retreat as he is starting to take a lot of damage. Just TV trying to get in there as well. Destructive, they're both in there. The only 2 dives find Zedekis and Dano, which is going to kill his push out the gate here. But 3Dance 1 comes.
Yeah, it's going to just take a second for some picks to finish coming through as 3Dance kind of on the routine. Actually, these are a few picks going down. 3Dance maybe they'll try to rush in here. Well, no, Josh thinks it's going to be very slow on this reset, so never mind that. But yeah, very good first fight out of this divey defense kind of comp that Mad Cow Disease is running. They're playing far back, waiting for 3Dance to commit to an entry and then jumping in. As TV does though finally get punished for his aggression, and this is actual man advantage going over to 3Dance 1 comes Josh Danko is just now rejoining the team. This
Heron on Kazuki beans in the backline. Heron is solo trying to take the point, not able to kill Kazuki, but a little bit of space left so the rest of the team can actually try and get close to the point. But Destructive Dude trying to get into the grill of the team, and he does not really do much with it as he ults to survive. Huckletune's also in there with him, and Cuban Pete falls, but Dano is forced to pop Transcendence, which is very strange. Zedekis popping the Velk as well, trying to keep Danko alive to hopefully save this push. TV falls again, Dano dies, High Noon is coming out of Evilite with no one in front of him except for Heron, and yeah, that's just a clear advantage.
Yeah, this was a very poorly constructed fight for 3Dance 1 Cup. Those support ults were... I thought the Transcendence was bad and the Valkyrie was much worse, and they would be in a huge position of ult advantage, or at least ult economy going into this next fight if they still have those 2 support ults, but you never want to see a Transcendence popped for a Primal Rage. Crystallize going to have a completely uncontestable Graviton in this next fight. They're probably going to be looking for the Graviton Doomfist combo, as they are looking for it. They slammed
big.
Into the light pool!
Yeah, straight to the light pool.
He's going to try to build out. Here it is! The Doomfist up in the air. The Graviton doesn't get anybody. The shield going to count. Now both the Mercies are down. He's
What is happening?
Back and forth, a really strange start to this fight, but Huckletune is trying to rally, but he's rallying no one but himself, and 3-1 are getting man advantage onto this point. Everlight trying to do work here from behind the crates. Destructive has made it back as well, as we have a 2 versus 1 on this point for at least another moment. What can Destructive do? Buying a lot of time in this bubble, trying to poke away here. Is Josh Danko about to get this first tick? Zedekis in as well. Destructive has bought time, but now his Diva has returned. A res goes out onto Dirty Dan, and Kazuki is Valkyrie. Mad Cow Disease is going to try to win this fight. They have taken out Dano. They're starting to turn this fight in their favor. Zedekis doing what he can. Does not have an ult just yet. It's going to be hard to keep his whole team alive here, as now it is a man advantage for Mad Cow Disease. Dirty Dan goes down. Zed goes down. The hammer goes down into a Winston bubble, and Mad Cow Disease are going to hold strong on a long fight. And now we have 25 seconds remaining. It is going to be difficult to set this one up for the 3 Dans.
How? They were 2v1. All they had to do was kill the Winston. He didn't even use his ult. Up until the rest of the team came. Crystallize and Kazuki, who is Valken, came into the game, and they still had the rest of the team, like... Oh my god, okay, 3 seconds left. Cuban Pete's on the point, he's trying to contest. Zedekis is on it with the Valk. The high noon on Evil finds the pair in the sky. Yano's dead, there's no healers, this is a dead push. Mad Cow Disease takes the first map of the Baddie Overwatch season finale. Not finale, what, semifinals, something like that. I don't fucking know. What the hell happened?
Zedekis and Heron forgot the one rule of pharmacy. You have to play around buildings. They were so exposed. I thought we were on Pornhub. They were just right there in the open. It's easiest ult in the world for Everlight. They both get picked on the entry, and that was it. That was the rounds.
Yeah, that was amazing play again from Evilite. He's a playmaker. That's kind of what's happening. Honestly, if those two died, the fight was going to get won, and he managed to do it, and to the fault of 3 Dans, and we're 1-0 in the series in favor of Mad Cow.
Yeah, Mad Cow Disease clearly heard us talking smack before this series, because they have started very strong. It took them a while to push, but this is maybe one of the few teams in the BOL that's actually run some good defense this season, and they especially can do it on some non-standard stuff, like that dive defense they were running.
That was screwy. That was so strange. Having a Doomfist Winston, I get the Zarya bubble, I get, everything, and then the McCree as well is kind of it's just weird. I mean, Huckletune on the Brig maybe helped a lot. I don't know. I think I'm just dumb. I don't understand Overwatch comps anymore.
In Overwatch comps, on one end of the spectrum, you have all synergy, don't care about your player individual strengths and feelings. On the other end of the spectrum, you have everyone makes their comfort picks and just does what they think they need to do. And Mad Cow Disease, maybe further than any team in the league, is on that end of the spectrum. They are confident that their players will just execute what they pick, even if the comp doesn't completely make sense. And they showed it incredibly well there.
Yeah, they did. And, again, TV Junkie, he may have gotten All-Star DPS for the season, or... No, sorry, that was 30. TV got a lot of stuff, and so did Evilite. And having your 2 DPS players just win all the awards of the season, that sets up your team. Like, who won awards on 3 Dans? I'm award shaming now.
Josh Danko.
Yeah, he's it.
Josh and Dano.
Didn't Dirty Dan get some, like bargain of the season or something?
He might have got bargain of the season, yeah.
Yeah, for $0. Yeah, but Dano's also a freaking god. That original pick coming out of the gate from the attack on the defense, 3 Dans on the defense as Zen. He can play anyone, it seems. He's just an all-around good player. It
works very well. They've kind of, as the season's going on, they've slotted into this. Zedekis plays Mercy most of the time, and Dano will swap around the support pool to whatever he thinks works. We occasionally see Brigitte out as Zed, maybe very occasionally Moira, but Dano, it's been a lot of this Zenyatta or the Ana, a little bit of Lucio.
Initiating match.
Yeah, he does it all, man. But hey, Li Jiang Tower over in China here.
How are we 3 matches into the playoffs before we finally get to go to Li Jiang Tower?
I don't know. I blame the commissioners.
You know what? I blame I blame 3Dan's One Cup. This is the new baddie Overwatch League where we play more fun maps. We don't play all the old favorites that everyone liked in year one. We have evolved past those tastes. But then 3Dan's One Cup comes in here and they pick Li Jiang and King's Row with their 2 selections for the first match.
Yeah, buddy. I like it. It's fucking great.
So we'll see here what these teams are hovering. 3Dan's more of this. Not at all more of the same. Oh, no.
Whoa. No, these are troll comps. These got to be troll comps.
I don't think so. I think 3Dan's is going to run that. Oh, man, that's bad.
Like both sides.
If 3Dan's One Cup runs this lineup, they are tilted and this match is over.
No way.
Here first. No. There's not time, dude. They're not swapping. They have swapped all of their roles around. When Dano goes DPS, the series is over.
That is uncomfortable. And TP and Evo being the DPS players, that's a pretty standard comp. I like that comp out of Mad Cow Disease. But yeah, 3Dan's Dano flexing from the support position on DPS. And we're gonna see how it works. This fight is now breaking out. Dano is in the back line trying to find someone. He does find Evo, which is great, but Kazuki's able to res it, but the front line is fighting here. Danko protecting his team is Reinhardt, which is a very strange pick for him. He's normally the Zarya, but Heron says, no, let me Zarya, as he turns tail and runs away from... Oh, man. That wasn't pretty.
That was not a great first fight there. I don't know how Zed died in the background, just the Moira there, but that kind of set up everything because Cuban Pete solo healing on the Zenyatta, not going to outlast for long. That turns into an easy first push and a ton of ult charge going over to Mad Cow Disease. And you see it here. 3Dan's One Cup, they are respecting the Pharah move so much. They are going to white room probably every push if I know these guys. So Zarya Ryan, attempt number 2.
Beacon in place.
Well, here we go, Danko holding up the square, but he doesn't want to hold up the square. That's not what he does. He puts it down and dies. Why? Zedek's dead as well. TB in the backline just destroying everything, and the push is dead. Danko, I know you like DPS, but leave the shield up. Protect your team, fucker.
Yeah, that was rough. And this is I'm just very concerned about this role selection here out of 3Dan's One Cup.
Yeah.
I know they probably practiced this a bit, but they're already swapping some roles back. They're going to put QP back to a tank. He's picking the Roadhog, carrying it over to the Pharah. They know this could be their last fight. They want to ride out EMP from Dano. It's a pretty big one, but what can they capitalize? Zedekis not getting a whole lot done with his coalescence, but they are already on the mid. And Destructive going to lose the ult. Kazuki does get a res onto Evelite, but that is the big shot caller and the tank down. The health bars are going down for Mad Cow, and it's looking like 3v1C are going to make their way onto this point. Just a few members to finish off here. There goes Huckletune. TV's Reflect is down. He's jumping off at this point. Heron's gone down in the process, but I don't think it's going to matter. The Destructive has swapped over to the Winston. He is still trying to contest this one, but that's Kazuki down. That's Destructive down.
Justice.
But the Evelite trying to be a hero, but he's not quite there. TV Junkie falling as well. That was a big wasted ult out of Evilite, and I think that's going to hold him back a push or two, as the ult economy is very, very clearly in the favor of 3Dan's One Cup right now.
Yeah, and so now with these role swaps, Zedekis on the Moira, he is going to be solo healing. That can be very scary on King of the Hill when you are holding the point, because you have to make that resource meter last. You run out, your team has no heals.
Oh my god, great hook on the Huckletune. That's going to be a big pick. Ooh,
yeah,
but
Josh wants to commit here, drops the hammer onto the bridge. They're chasing it, but they don't get any picks out of it. That ends up being a wasted ult. No, they do get Destructive, but still maybe not the backbreaker they were hoping for.
Props to Cuban Pete for looking for these hooks on the edge here, able to get that Huckletune to open up that. I don't know if the ultimate out of Danko is necessary when Sarah 5v6, but hey, they got a kill, stalled him a little bit longer, and ult economy is still in the favor of 3Dan's One Cup as Evilite is picked again.
Yeah, Heron wins the
Crystallize.
Now here we go, Heron deep, it's a long range attempt at an ult, and it doesn't end up doing much, but costing him his life. And now this could be the opening that Mad Cow is looking for. Destructive is jumping in. TV popping the ult as well, but a nice EMP comes down to Dano. Will it be enough? TV goes down without getting anybody. Evilite looking for a few. He gets one before getting hooked, but this is still a man advantage for Mad Cow Disease. Josh, Danko, and Dano, the two All-Stars, along with Heron, making his way back to the point, trying to make this last. They've taken out Huckletune. This is a very close fight. They're taking out Kazuki. There's no heals available, but it's just Heron 1 versus 3 for a little bit longer as Zedekis does not get the heal ball in time. Zedekis not able to stall very long, and the point is going to flip. The point is going to tick away, and overtime runs out. Mad Cow is taking Lijiang 1-0 to start.
And, you know, this is a very strange, flex out of the wait, what's the meme? Weird flex, I think, right?
Weird flex, but okay.
Yeah, that. So that's what's happening. 3 dance. Dano, yeah, he's a great DPS player. Heron, great DPS player, but
he's
playing
not.
tank. And
Dano is a serviceable DPS player.
Okay.
He is the best support player in the league.
Okay. Tied. Asterisks on that. But so Dano, I'm just saying he does it all in my opinion. He's just great at playing all around.
He's like UTech. Sure, he can play it at a decent enough level, especially in the BOL. But if you have to play him on that second role, you will not win as many maps as if you could utilize him at that position he's better at. I've seen a history of this out of Dano on other teams. This, to me, concerns the hell out of me, because it means after one map, they've thrown away a lot of their preparation.
Yeah, he is on the DPS again, but hey, fights are already breaking out here at this control point. Dano falls as the man we're talking about here, and TV Junkie trying to get to the grill of the team. He's still alive as he goes in and out, and it's just very clearly Mad Cow Disease owning the point and controlling even White Room while they're at it. And they leave the point in order to fight, and they don't cap the point, and Heron's gonna maybe cap the point, but he's not gonna cap the point. Destructive gets on the point. I'm looking at the point, not even the fight. Kazuki's dead, Huggleton's dead, there's no more healers left in Mad Cow Disease. Yeah, they cap, but they're not gonna have any fight left in them after this, as 3 Dance is just storing the point. Zedekis with the coalescence already. Destructive trying to hold the point by himself, but yo, you can't do it solo, bud, and 3 Dance takes it.
Yeah, some strange point control there out of these teams, as that's probably 11% that Mad Cow Disease shouldn't have on the board. Maybe it'll end up being important as this match goes on. But for now, point goes over to 3D1C as Dano's going to try to get some long-range damage out, hurt this enemy team on the edge. There we go, Evelite goes down from downtown, forces the res with that fire strike.
Yeah, and this fight is just kind of feeling each other out more than anything. It looks like Mad Cow Disease is trying to go to the high ground, maybe coming through White Room, maybe coming through the top where TV Junkie is over the point. But everyone's spread out.
Yeah, Josh Danko very far from his team as this tire comes out, does not get anybody. Josh Danko is actually fighting an entire team by himself and surviving here. Now, Cuban P gets the kill onto the Destructive. Evelite goes down, and that's probably going to be a reset out of Mad Cow Disease as Josh Danko is chasing onto Kazuki Beans. Huckleton goes down. Kazuki Beans is
living?
No, she makes it
living?
out alive.
No way!
3D1C, they are very aggressively pushed right now. As TV still kind of dooming around in the back line. He's going to be ready to go in once his team gets into position. This is the final fight. There are a lot of ults on the board as Kazuki Beans pops that Valkyrie incredibly early. That was not great. But now Destructive leading the way, but TV gets picked on his entry, and this is it. That Valkyrie's already able to wear out. Evil Eye is down. There's no DPS, no Valkyrie. They've taken out Dano, but they need more. They need a lot more. As the grab shot comes out, it's going to be equalized, and now Zedekis popping this coalescence. It is a 4 versus 6 here, but they've lost Dirty Dam. Now Heron going to only hit TV because he jumped into that graviton, and Josh Danko goes down. Cupid has had both put out, and I thought this was going to be a good fight for 3D1C, but they end up losing it. The point flips back over to Mad Cow.
Man, TV getting headshotted, comes back in, dies again for the next fight, but that just tells you how long that was, and Mad Cow Disease was able to just win that war of attrition, going back and forth tit for tat over and over until ults were just freaking leveled, and now the economy is kind of reset. I mean, yeah, there's 2 on each team. The Dano is trying to tire someone, but who are you going to get? Oh, you're going to get Huckle? No way!
Yeah, easy tire. There we go. That's going to give them man advantage going into this fight. Destructive, very split from his team. He's taking a lot of damage. He's up in the corner. He just barely makes it out as the res does come through. And now TV looking for the meteor strike, and it was almost big, but it doesn't finish off anybody. Evelite does find Dano with that high noon, though. And now it's Mad Cow Disease on the aggressive. They're chasing forward. They are finding the picks. They are rallying the troops. And they are going to win another fight here.
Wow, and they're pillow fucking. Is this a pillow fucking? Is this it?
Yeah, this is it.
They're like in their spawn. They're like babysitting their spawn. They're way in front. There's no protection. Crystallize, you have no protection. Wear a condom, bud.
Oh, but Perspective is sticking with it because the Mad Monkey Ultimate coming out here and he somehow gets a kill with a windsail right outside a spawn door.
What?
That should not be possible.
Not good.
This is dumb. They were literally like in there, just. Oh, okay. I never would have thought of
pillow
it.
fucking. No, Cuban Pete, no! That's the Transcendence taken out. He might not make it back in for this last fight now. That is actually huge because now Crystallize gets a great graviton out the side here. Guys, they go half the charge for it. Versus 4. It's going to be really close. Harry's going to touch this point, but his team is down a few. They have to pop this graviton and take a buckle too. And now Cuban Pete's coming through with this Transcendence. He does not get to Harry in time. There is a 2 versus 4 on the play as that res comes through. And that is a lot of hard to fight members on this point. TD coming back from SWAT. He is disrupting everyone on their entry as the Dragon comes through from Dirty Dan. Only finds 1. They needed more, and I don't think they could have got it. But now maybe some picks coming through. It's a 2 versus 2. TV makes it in to make it 2 versus 3. Now it's just Dirty Dan available. And it got close, but Li Jiang going to go 2-0 to Mad Cow Disease. And hey, guess what? That 11% they gave up at the start actually mattered.
Oh man, who was this play of the game?
Play of the game.
Yeah, gonna be TV, and not surprised. It's probably this first Genji Blade from Li Jiang. Or maybe it's just some long range throwing the shurikens. Oh man. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, gets the kills to get the ult and then goes and finishes off what remains. As it wasn't much Genji, but it was very effective while he was on it. And Jesus, Zedekis with 40% healing done. You don't normally see 40% healing in a loss.
No.
And that just shows. I think that they need Dano playing support. They need the extra healing output.
And I mean, to be fair, like Zenyatta, Cuban Pete was on that Zenyatta occasionally, and Zenyatta is not a, known for massive healing. Yeah, that Transcendence does all sorts of work, and the orb can be good if you're on a dive tank or something like that. But Moira is going to do the heavy lifting of that team. But that said, like I would expect like 30% of team damage taken, not 40. That's big.
Yeah, now 3D1C staring down the barrel here. 0-2 as we're going to head over to Rialto. The next map the Mad Cow Disease had picked for themselves. 3Dance 1 Cup going to have to reverse sweep to keep this season alive. And Mad Cow Disease doing a great job of shutting up all of the pre-match hype here.
And Rialto, I believe... So, wait, who picked Rialto again?
This was Mad Cow's pick. So they have the opportunity to close this series out with a sweep on their own map choice here. And Rialto, the kind of map that you're either confident on it or you're not.
Yeah, newer map. I think all these players really know these new map. I mean, I guess, when did Rialto come out? Like,
Rialto's
3 months ago?
Now, closer to 6.
6 months ago? Okay. Time is just measurement of time, man. But yeah.
But using that measurement of time, it's been about 6 months since Rialto came out.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, this is, oh man, TV's already hovering Bastion. Is this Sailboat? Is this going to be a pirate ship already?
Yeah, it's Rialto, man. Like,
God.
So many different strategies you can run here. I will not rule anything out the gate.
Jesus.
I mean, it's too late to wonder this now, but I'm almost wondering if 3Dance 1 Cup would have considered bringing in Cruise Master at this point. As last week, for those of you that weren't aware, in the second match of the night, they could have had Cruise Master start the series, but they didn't want to swap players after 1 or 2 maps. And they weren't sure whether going into this week, whether they wanted to just start with Cruise Master and worry about the finals when they got there, or just kind of ride the hot hand with Cuban Pete because it worked so well last week. I would have thought about bringing in Cruise Master after that last match.
Attackers incoming in 30
And
seconds.
yeah, with all these, the flexes, as you said, putting Dano on that DPS, Cuban Pete on a healer, and putting Heron on a tank, and all the weird things that they're doing with the team. Yeah, it's nice to have utility on the team, but I think it's more fancy footwork than effective strategy, if that makes sense. It's not, it didn't look like it worked at all for them. So it's good that they're sticking to bread and butter now here and back on that Sombra, and I think that's going to be a force to be reckoned with on this map, specifically Dango Diva. I'd like the Zarya out of him personally, but yeah, they probably got
once they see
something
that Bastion,
planned.
they're going to be real happy to have a Diva on board.
Yeah, for sure. No, I agree.
So let's
Never
see
mind.
what they can do.
You changed my mind, man. I see it now. I see
They've got Sombra Diva to deal with this Bastion, so they have some tools available. As Heron is really tickling up some rear ends here. So the cart being pushed, and there we go. TV goes down, and now can they camp the corpse?
Good move.
Wait a second, what the fuck? Destructive is Mercy!
What? What?
Time to raise my APM.
Kazuki's playing Orisa?
This is it, man. Mad Cow, when they have the lead, they start playing around and having some fun. And I think that's what's going on here, is they're going to see if they can with Destructive on the Mercy, Kazuki on the Orisa.
Is this BM or is this...
Yes, this is BM. And here we go. Evelite from the side, tossing out that ult. It's a back. And now Hammer
Bigger shadow.
Crystallized, but when you kill for it, is now on the other side. Cuban Pete hammering just hits the Bastion, but you can commit a lot to killing that Bastion and still say worth. Can they find this res? No, they cannot. It's looking like 3D1C going to hold the gate here.
Yeah, Kazuki and Destructive not swapping. Okay, Evilite
Translocating.
becoming Pharah. We got TV on the Hanzo. They give up the Bastion strat.
Always leave yourself.
But man, weird flex, but okay, right?
Yeah, so now we'll see what we have in this next fight here is ults are starting to charge up. There's support ults available from Mad Cow to dictate this push, so we'll see what they want to do with that. But on the other side, Heron has the EMP and a nice little hallway to use that. He's looking for it. Hacks that Mara out of the sky. Rally coming out of 3 Dance 1 Cup, but they've already lost Heron. Here, wait, when did he EMP? He lost EMP. Oh, this is a disaster for 3 Dance 1 Cup. Now they're giving up ground. They're giving up health advantage. Josh Danko going to try to bail this one out. He tosses it into the back line, takes out Evelyn. And now here we go. Nano on the Cuban. They have to get that Nano playing this one forward. There's nice looking dash here, but it's the line with a big hammer. Uncle Q makes everyone unhealable, and TV finishes the job with the dragon.
Oh my god, massive ult out of Crystallized, massive Ananate from Huckletune, and that just cleared the whole entire team. Mad Cow Disease forced to reset on the 3 Dance 1 Cup, and they should cap this. But Heron is going to be doing some spooky shit in the back line. Looking at the healers here.
Yeah, it looks like they want to contest this. Heron and Josh Danko getting their ass in there, but Josh Danko already lost the mech. This may have been a waste. Maybe they should have set for this next fight, but they are in. They're taking out TV, and maybe that's that correct. No, there go their healers, there go their tanks. And 3 Dance 1 Cup probably should have given that point over.
The payload has reached the
Well, at least it's a solid reset. I mean, like, that bridge you can't really hold, so it's not like they lost a lot for trying that. Yeah, alt economy is a little bit more tilted.
That bridge you can't even hold.
Nah, man, you can't hold that bridge.
Oh,
You
you
kidding
can
me?
hold that bridge. It's a great,
No,
dude. You can hold it with that choke point.
Nah, man. I know
could
some
actually
civil
kill the
engineers,
fuck out of
man.
here.
I know some civil engineers, kinda, and I
You
couldn't hold that
bomb
bridge.
bridges. Blow that thing up.
Nah, brah.
The dwarves in Ironforge, they did it to prevent the scourge.
What?
You can do it on me also.
Okay, we're in Italy though, not Mordor. So here we are. Cupid Pete, his shield fallen. No one really behind him. Zedekis shielding himself and the Dirty Dance back there, but they're able to contest this point now as the rest of the Mad Cow Disease is afraid to push around this corner, which is not the bridge, and Crystallized is trying to get into the grill of Cupid Pete. No one's behind him. He's kind of just solo with that shield. Orisa not really supporting him that much. TV Junkie on the high ground, trying to find some spoony picks here. Can't really do much of it. Hammer down, not able to be fulfilled on Crystallized. What?
Did Gary jump off a bridge?
Yeah, I think.
Huckletune died solo there as Anna. I don't know what happened, but this fight kind of still going as Crystallized taking out Zedekis on the cart. The cart's finally starting to move again as the tanks of Mad Cow Disease making their way towards this cart here. The fiesta continues as Kazuki being solo pushing this cart before going down. And finally 3D1C will stop this push. I don't know what the hell just happened.
Yeah, Evo SD'd on a shield or something with his ult, and just that was a Twilight Zone episode right there.
I think Huckletune actually walked off.
Later,
It was
guys.
early, like that could have been a deciding factor in that fight.
Nah, man, I'm not fighting this later. I'm going to the river. Bye.
Drew, I told you to pick a fucking tank!
No, man. Dude, he's healing, and he's doing good. I mean, they're pushing. They got a minute and a half.
All right, but here we go. Josh Danko with those Josh Danko angles. Does not find anybody with that bomb in there. Valkyrie, that's 2 members down. The low swappers have died, but TV can take a great drag him through, and this is still an ongoing fight. There's a slight man advantage for 3D1C here, and it's looking like they're going to mop this one up on the cart, as this defense is really stabilizing.
Ooh, Destructive swapping to the Hog, so Kazuki's got the drums, probably doesn't want to swap. Huckletune, ooh!
No, dude, fuck the drums. That is the drums the least useful ult in the entire game?
No, drums are big! And Evil Light dies to
not big.
Drums are big.
Not big.
Dude, it's
small,
like a
ults.
Nah, man, they're big.
There are shift keys in this game, I think, more about popping than that ult.
Come on! Please.
But we are potentially in some, looking like one fight territory most likely here. As for the first time, we're really seeing Mad Cow Disease kind of stuffed out here. And TV though does win the Hanzo duel, and that can be big. And Valkyrie has 1 cup. I'm falling back right now. Buy time for your spawn. You don't need to contest this 5v6. You could contest at the point, but instead they will play aggressive. They will lose Dano. They will lose Lead. And it's looking like they will lose this fight and this point as well.
Yeah, that didn't need to happen. They just needed to contest a little bit longer for Dirty Dan to get out there with the Hanzo arrow and or the Hanzo ult, and that ugly.
Yeah, but now only a minute 30 remaining here to push this last point. A pretty difficult point to push, even with time on the clock, and they don't have much of it. Mad Cow has Disease. They have the DPS ult, but they're not especially close on the rest. Zedekis with that Transcendence is the one I'm keeping my eye on here. He's going to need to equalize one of these moves from TD or from Evelite. So what can 3D1C do as these teams make their way onto the card? Here we go. Dan or Zed, early Transcendence, but it works. And the
people dying, man.
Through, but it's looking good for 3Dan's 1 cup as they're pushing this one forward. His Cupid beat is deep, and he is down off the edge.
Jeez. Yeah, Dragons, ults everywhere that fight, and there's still more ults on the board. Dano's Nano, Danko's self-destruct with Evo's, and Kazuki's ultimates. Oh man, these are a lot of explosive fights. A lot of condensed explosive fights coming out of both teams right now. The self-destruct coming out into the backline does not find a single soul. Danko is going to regret that one later in the plays. But this Nano going on to Cupid Pete, who's just going to hold his shield and not necessarily do much with it. Destructive dude trying to contest the cart, pushing it. Crystallize swinging. Fights are happening. Destructive is trying to make space for his team, and he is doing a very good job of it. Danko's D-Mac with the Hanzo arrow again. Holy shit, Dan has it again. Dirty Dan doing work on Hanzo, but it's not working. And the Earth Shatter that is there. Destructive is finding people that are laying down, but he's the only one doing so. Hanzo all coming out. Not fighting anyone from TV Chunky, but the push is coming out of Mad Cow Disease, and they're in overtime. They cannot die on this point. Dirty Dan, Danko, and Cupid Pete are there to contest. And Earth Shatter does find a couple members, but they're pushing the cart, laying down. Sleeping, it doesn't even matter. They're able to do it. Danko almost demeched, but he's not quite yet as that trans falls out of it. The Transcendence comes out of Zedekis. This is looking like a very good hold for 3Dan's 1 cup if they can actually kill anyone. But if they don't find... I take that back. The healers are dead. Heron did it. Heron did him dirty. And he's trying to contest, but he can't. No one is there. No one is there to contest. Zedekis, the healer. Dirty Dan. Oh!
Yeah, people want coming out of Destructive Dude. He's trying to finish this himself. He finds one. He finds two. He's working through this shit. TV steps off to try to ult, and the cart will not take point 3. 3D1C by the skin of their butthole are going to hold on.
0.
I'm fucking sweating, man. That was something else.
Oh, there was so much that happened in that last fight. But 3Dan's 1 cup just barely with their stall picks clutch it out. And now they will have the opportunity to win outright on offense to keep this match alive. But man, it's Rialto. We know we talked about this last week. This is a scary map to have to play offense on. A lot of very defensible positions here.
Yeah, so many walls. Yeah, and just props to Dirty Dan for those last moments there. You know, 2 Hanzo dragons coming out of him within, I don't know, a 30-second period, 40-second period or something like that. He's charging and getting and charging and getting.
Ready
And,
for battle.
I think he was one of the big factors that kept that point there. Cuban Pete as well. Unsung hero, putting the shield up, trying to make sure that he's contesting even when Roadhog is shooting that lawnmower into his face. Props. That was so good.
30 seconds.
Yes, now let's see what they have up their sleeve. Swapping over to the offense here as it's looking like Mad Cow Disease. They are really thinking about this one. TV and Everlight, they're not here in time. They don't get to defend this first corner.
10 seconds.
No,
McCree
they
can
don't.
kind of roll.
They are not here in time to defend, especially on Rialto, where sometimes you will actually
5,
fight them at the literal spawn gate.
2, 1.
As they're just getting in now, they will not make it up to that ground, so that is going to force this first hole to be the corner instead of anywhere more aggressive here.
Whoopsie.
And this is sometimes the downside to a team being so free-forming as this team is. But now here we go, Josh Dingo trying to clear off this high ground. He has secured it for his team as this cart pushing nice and easy. Destructive losing a lot of shield health here as Josh Danko is just up being annoying right now.
Yeah, just a lot of scattered fights here around this corner here. Heron is getting some good pot shots in. But just hammers swinging, shields going up, hammers swinging from the tanks. Huckletune's kind of the first to fall, but he's rezzed up.
It's still looking good for 3D1C though. It looks like they're slowly winning this health advantage. I'm just waiting for him to finish more of these picks off as Cuban Pete had a poor charge there, and that may have actually ended this push prematurely.
Yeah, Danko out of mech 2, but he's back in, but dies before he can get in. Crystallize, you dirty dog. But he falls as well. Dano getting a pick on him, so that's going to be a 6v5 advantage for a little bit for 3 Dans 1 Cup. Let's see what they can do with that, as I hear a Mercy pistol coming out. Not necessary, but hey, the fight is happening. Cuban Pete way in no man's land here in the enemy lines, but he's able to get something done with it. Dirty Dan is able to find Huckletune. Ultimate goes top. Cuban Pete and Heron popping. I shouldn't say Cuban Pete. Nanoed.
That was a rough rocket barrage out of Heron, but it may not cost them. But here we go, actually. Everlight with the high nuke takes the pharmacy out of the sky again. And maybe every bit of resource does matter, as Mad Cow's getting a lot of members out here. Cuban Pete hammers nothing in the back end of this fight.
Awkward. Dano and Dirty Dan are the 2 Dans left of the 3 Dan combo. But Danko's there to kind of save him. No, not really. Dano dies. Yeah, they were hard regroup here.
Hard regroup, and it's going to be a hard regroup to do heading into this next fight as TV has the Dragon Blade available. There is no defensive ult to stop that. TV is going to run train on 3 Dans 1 Cup in this next fight.
We saw it on Li Zhang. We're probably going to see it again here.
Here we go. What can they do heading into this fight? Pharmacy at one angle, Josh Danko at another. Cuban Pete Dano trying to hold on to this cart. And here we go. DP assault's coming through. Bad Dragon coming in at an angle. Dano is down. TV looking for that's both the healers down for 3 Dans 1 Cup, and it's looking like their ults were going to be enough. They will stop another push in its tracks.
Man, they just needed to not wake him up. They got grabbed. So what? As long as you don't wake up TV, you ain't gonna die. But they woke him up. Dano, you saved your team. You should have yelled at him to keep saving your team as a team.
Alright, so here we go. Minute remaining here. Cart still has to go a bit. We've got 2 ults available for the offense, but better ults economy on the other side. But Josh is going to try to lead in with the Steve Ollie done by Big. The Smoke goes down to the Rocket Rush. That's a 3-man advantage for the offense. Make it 4.
Oh man, this is totally worth it to keep 3 on the cart, to be perfectly honest, because they have to hard reset as the defense here as Mad Cow Disease. If they had 3 on the cart, they'd probably be close to rounding corner here. They'd probably be capping.
This is the right call. Make it hard to even get to this corner. Just look at that. They're aggressive, they push, they take out Destructive on the entry, but TV on the Widow swap actually going to take out Dano. And oh no, maybe this didn't work, as now it's Raz on a Dano with this little man advantage. Mad Cow is worth 13 seconds remaining. This is it. This is the last fight. His hands are trading in both directions. Mad Cow still has the man advantage. Josh Danko and Zenekas. Oh no, this looked good. We thought this was good. Overtime. Josh Danko. No, it's a ruthless mercy to end the season. Dano, you wanted to kill Josh Danko, but you missed. Not like this. 3 Dans 1 Cup season going to end on a play like that. Oh
Oof.
Indeed. Well, it's easy to focus on that one play. This was a drumming by Mad Cow Disease, as from start to finish, they just ran through 3 Dance 1 Cup. And play of the game, it's going to be TV one last time in this match, as he was excellent. As he waits for the combo when he clicks it, man. He's pro as heck.
That Anna nade was also huge. Just that opened up that whole entire push for him. It was great. But yeah, what a way to end the season. 3 Dance 1 Cup, doing some weird things, trying to do some conventional things. Nothing they could do worked. And Mad Cow just swept him 3-0.
Yeah, so that's going to do it. It's going to set up the match we would have expected all season along. BOL Season 5 Championship will be the 1-seeded Bench Life of Zach and Cody versus the 2-seeded Mad Cow Disease. So stay tuned, guys. We'll be swapping streams in just a second here, and we'll be back in just a few minutes with that.